Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin with an update on a firefight out of Glendon, Minnesota. That's where a house has sustained serious damage and may be a total loss. It's on the 900 block of 130th Street South.
Firefighters, we're told, are still on the scene, making sure the flames are out and looking for the cause. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly joins us now with the very latest. Katie?
Mike, Andrea, I'm in Glendon, where crews have been working tirelessly to ensure that all of the fire has been put out. I have spoken with the homeowner as well as people in the area, and they tell me that they saw the fire start in the garage and spread quickly from there. They say they saw large clouds of smoke rise into the air. Officials also tell us that the fire was put out for the most part, but they will continue to check for those hot spots. They say there were no injuries and everyone is safe. People in the area tell us this type of incident serves as a great reminder to stay safe.
Yeah, when you see something like this, it makes you think, to be safe. Do things, everything as safe as possible, even if it isn't you that caused it. You can always be safe by using good smoke alarms and have good fire extinguishers around,
The fire did consume the entirety of the house, and it is believed to be a total loss. The homeowner also lost his truck in the fire. We'll continue to bring you updates. Reporting live in Glendon, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
All right, Katie, thanks. And look for updates on our website as well, valleynewslive.com.
An eventful evening for the Fargo Public School District as dozens of parents expressed their concerns about boundary changes. Fargo parents continue to make their voices heard, saying they don't believe these boundary changes are fair or necessary. Now they're going a step further to show their objection of the potential school boundary changes. They stepped forward to tell why they feel the changes would not be a good idea. Some spoke about the distance of the schools, others spoke about capacity statistics.
When I asked them to show me a potential safe route for bicycling from the Kennedy Elementary neighborhoods to Carl Bend, the reply was unanimous. By the way, I was the only parent there that night. And they said, there isn't one, it would be unsafe.
Over 1,000 yard signs protesting the boundary changes have been made and are displayed in front yards. Parents say they hope they can raise awareness to the current situation before any action is taken.
In West Fargo, some residents are still without power at this hour after a truck accidentally knocked down some power lines earlier. It happened at the intersection of 2nd Street East and 5th Avenue East. Officials with the city told us that a truck with its arm up drove east on 5th Avenue East, then pulled 3 power poles out of the ground. The power is expected to be on any minute. In the meantime, city crews were working to get electrical contractors into that area if homeowners needed extra help.
Former Minneapolis police officer Mohammed Noor, who was recently convicted in the shooting death of Justine Damond, is seeking an acquittal. Documents state Noor's defense team is asking the judge to set aside the verdict on the third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter charges. A jury found Noor guilty 2 weeks ago. Noor's lawyers argue that insufficient evidence existed to sustain the verdicts that the jury reached. Noor was being held at Minnesota's only maximum security prison as he awaits sentencing, which was slated for June 7th.
A man is behind bars tonight after police say he stole something from Kohl's in Grand Forks and then took off in a Ford Ranger today. 35-year-old DeAndre Francis was arrested for theft, reckless driving, fleeing in a motor vehicle, and several outstanding warrants. Police say they chased Francis south of Columbia Road, then east on 36th Avenue South, then north through a parking lot. He was eventually taken into custody.
The Fergus Falls Police Department is asking for your help identifying this man from a Holiday gas station. If you have any information about him, you're urged to contact Detective Renner at 218-332-5528.
An E. coli outbreak likely linked to ground beef has expanded to at least 196 victims in 10 states. The CDC says 28 people have been hospitalized so far. 2 of them had a type of kidney failure. No deaths have been reported. Kentucky has the most cases, followed by Tennessee. And the CDC is saying that there may be more cases linked to the outbreak under investigation by individual states. Some people who got sick reported eating beef at restaurants or buying some from grocery stores. The exact start of this outbreak is unknown.
In an effort to end lunch shaming, student meal debt has exploded in Fargo Public Schools. And now the federal government is asking the district to raise its prices. Currently, the district is dealing with $26,000 in unpaid lunch debt. And now, thanks to a federal rule, Fargo Public Schools may have to raise its meal prices by 5 cents. The money would help the district pay for the meals and its food service staff, but it could also plunge students' accounts further into debt.
I think any increase would impact some families. I think some families would obviously benefit or appreciate a decrease in price.
Meanwhile, another Fargo school will be able to offer free meals to all students next year. Now Jefferson Elementary will join Madison Elementary in offering all student meals for free.
Those of you living in Deer Creek in southwest Fargo will be using an alternative route starting tomorrow. That's because a short-term drainage project gets underway on 63rd Avenue South. It's going to last from May 15th through June 5th. That's, of course, weather permitting. About 9 o'clock tomorrow, crews will fully close 63rd Street South between 53rd Avenue South all the way to the new elementary school campus. All traffic will be exiting Deer Creek on Cheyenne Street and taking a right toward the 52nd Avenue roundabout to follow that east toward Veterans.
There was a time when people rarely threw anything away. You never knew when you might need those leftover boards for a project in the future or those older dishes because someone in the family might need them.
Tonight, we want you to meet a woman whose caring heart and ability to sew is turning old wedding gowns into heavenly gifts. Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, a place where babies get around-the-clock care from a team of experts. Depending on their health condition, most of the babies who go to the NICU are out of there within 24 hours after being born. Others stay days or weeks or months, and some, unfortunately, don't survive. Judy Adams learned to sew when she was a young girl growing up on the family farm near Thompson, North Dakota. As an adult, she worked as a seamstress. A handful of years ago, after her husband died, she looked for something to keep her busy. That something would be angel gowns.
There's no two alike. I make sure of that.
Judy takes donated wedding dresses,
This was the bottom hem of the wedding dress.
cuts them up,
Sometimes some of them take a lot longer than others, especially when you're working with beads like this.
and transforms them into one-of-a-kind gowns that can be used to clothe newborns whose lives end way too soon.
Some days are easy, some days I sit there and cry. It's just, you start thinking about where they're going, the families that are grieving.
Judy has everything set up in her home, including several machines. She spends about 40 hours a week carefully crafting the gowns.
Years ago, all they did was wrap those babies in little white blankets. So, this is much more than a little white blanket.
Judy uses what she calls her model dolls to make sure the gowns look just right. And then she packs them up and takes them to All True Hospital in Grand Forks.
This is a small sampling of all of the donations that we've received. So we have a beautiful selection, no matter what size the baby is or what the parents' tastes are.
Last year, close to a dozen angel gowns were needed for infant burials.
The families who are able to receive these gowns that obviously have been made with such care that they can feel that that love has been passed on to them.
It's just embroidered netting is what it is, but it was such a beautiful piece that I had to do something with it.
Judy says she's never met with parents of a newborn that's been given one of her angel gowns and doesn't feel that's necessary. Her only goal is that the gowns provide them some comfort.
The families don't always have to stop and think about if a child passes away and they're going to have a funeral and a burial, what do they do?
It is just heartwarming to know we have such a supportive community and that there are people who are thinking of these families and are sending their warm thoughts to these families even before the families knew that they were going to need them.
That's how it goes.
This would be the time where I'd normally say if you'd like to donate your wedding dresses, here's Judy's address or her phone number. However, She has nearly 30 dresses right now, which she says provides enough material for about 6 angel gowns per dress, so there's no need for dresses at this time. Same thing for All True Hospital, which says it has more than enough angel gowns on hand. They just hope that Judy's willingness to give is shared by you in other ways. Andrea?
Oh, great story. Thank you, Mike. If you have an idea for a story about someone making a difference in the Valley, you can contact Mike at mmorgan@valleynewslive.com, or you can send him a message on our Facebook page.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
And here's a live look outside the Valley News Live Storm Team Skycam network shot in Fargo, as we are seeing mostly clear skies as of right now. And it's starting to get cool with the clear skies and a light northerly breeze. Here's the current temperatures around the region. We're seeing some mid to upper 50s now, Jamestown, Valley City, some mid to upper 50s across our Lakes Country area counties. Temperatures into the lower 60s from Fargo out toward Wahpeton, Fergus Falls, Detroit Lakes, and into the upper 40s to mid 50s across northwestern Minnesota, mid 50s from the Northern Valley to Devil's Lake Basin. Now, the winds across the region have died down from what they were this afternoon. We're still seeing winds 5 to 15 miles per hour from a northerly direction. And we are also seeing mainly clear skies across the region as of right now. A few high clouds out toward Devil's Lake and Jamestown. That is it for the moisture. Most of the rain is missing us well off to the south and to the east right now. We got a low pressure system in that direction. We had a cold front make its way through, but we stayed mainly dry today because of a high pressure system. Still have that northerly wind. That will change when a warm front comes through tomorrow morning, and this high pressure system to our south will give us warmer conditions and a good amount of sunshine before this cold front back here makes its way through tomorrow evening, and that will drastically change the weather pattern we have been seeing. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast. Clear skies and the northerly wind. Temperatures will be a little cooler tonight compared to last night. Most of us falling into the low to mid 40s for low temperatures. And that wind flips around in more of a southerly direction, mainly dry through the daytime hours on Wednesday. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, breezy southerly winds, and that will fuel some thunderstorm development. This is 5 p.m. into the Devil's Lake Basin. Some thunderstorms developing. They will continue to develop over the next couple of hours and move off to the south and to the east. And we've seen these storms speed up as the model runs come in. Right now it has the line hitting around the Fargo area 8 or 9 p.m. and continuing off to the south and to the east out of our viewing area by around midnight, and then cooler air will filter in behind it. Low temperatures into the upper 40s to mid 50s starting off your Thursday, and Thursday is going to be our dry day of the week as we will see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures into the lower 60s. So here's the severe storm risk. Devil's Lake down toward Jamestown, Valley City, and a slight risk of severe weather. We could see scattered severe thunderstorms in the 5 to 8 p.m. hour in the yellow area, and then they will move into the marginal risk, which means 1 or 2 could still be severe as they reach the Red River Valley around the 8 or 9 p.m. time frame before they weaken and move into central Minnesota. The best severe weather threats from this will be into the yellow area around 5 to 8 p.m. with some large hail, possibly some damaging wind, and then the severe weather threat will diminish as they move off to the south and to the east, and we move later on into the evening. Thursday, drier and cooler, partly cloudy skies into the upper 60s, and then our weather pattern changes again. Cloudy, rainy, and windy. Temperatures fall from mid 60s on Friday through the, say, near 50 on Sunday, stay into the 50s Monday and Tuesday, and we still can't rule out a passing shower to start next week.
So you're saying we better enjoy Thursday?
Yeah. Enjoy at least the daytime part of Thursday, and then keep it here with us. We'll be covering those storms as they move through in the evening.
Absolutely. Thanks, Justin.
Later